Hello everyone. In the last lecture, we started a new series of executor framework in our existing course of multithreading in Java. So this is the 11th lecture in the course of multithreading in Java, and this is the second lecture in the series of executor frameworks. So in the last lecture, I explained how executor framework helps the developers in removing the boilerplate code and how it actually, what are the different components of the executor framework. We also correlated that which part of the actual Java threads API is being handled by which part of the executor framework. So now in this lecture, I want to give a basic hierarchical definition of the interfaces and the important classes in the executor framework, so that once we start explaining each and every interface and classes, it will be easier to understand that which class is the parent and which class is extending the behavior of the parent. So let us start. So this is the hierarchy of the executor framework. So as you can see at the very top of it, this executor interface is there. So just don't get too bothered about the internal details, that what are the different methods and the functionalities provided by these classes. I will cover each and every of these interfaces and classes in separate videos in details. So just in this video lecture, I just want you to know about the hierarchy of the executor framework. So at the very top, there is an executor interface. So this executor interface is being implemented by one interface again, which is executor services. So as you can simply think that executor interface, the parent one will provide some very common functionality, and executor services extend that functionality and adds multiple other functionalities to be implemented by different child classes. So executor services is being implemented by two other interfaces. So the sub interfaces is, one is scheduled executor service, the second is abstract executor service. So the abstract executor service is an abstract class which implements the executor services interface, and the scheduled executor service is again an interface. So as you can understand by the name of scheduled executor service, it is an executor service where you can schedule your tasks. Basically, if you want some tasks to run, let's say after 1 hour or 2 hours, or if you want it to get run as a cron job, that after each and every delay you want those things to run, you use scheduled executor service. And abstract executor service is basically used for more or less current execution. So as I also explained in the previous lecture also, that this executor services are basically provided to manage thread pools and submitting the task to those thread pools. So don't worry, I will go through in details about what are the different components inside these thread pools and how these thread pools are created. Now you can see at the right side of my screen that there is an executors class which is staying here. So this class actually provides different factory methods to create objects of thread pools. And the last one is scheduled thread pool executor class. So it is basically a scheduled thread pool executors implementing class of this interface. So this is the part where you are getting familiarized with the thread pools and the executor services framework. The other part is the tasks part, where we have two types of different tasks, the callables and the runnables. I will create a different hierarchy video for the tasks part. But I don't think that you need to go through an hierarchy video for very small topic. It is more or less about, there are two kind of tasks, callable and runnable. I will explain them in details in other different videos, and I hope you guys will understand by those videos itself. So if you like this video lecture, just please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and also share this video with fellow students. Thank you.